sounds great, but they don't know where to start. Like they're sub at the place where you were. They haven't even gone to the trailhead to buy their horrible sleeping bag yet. How would you encourage people to opt for these cool options of walking as you travel?
I can tell you that before I did my first trail, when I said that I had read Paulo Coelho's experience on the Camino de Santiago, and I thought it would be unattainable because I never thought I'd have the time and the money. Well, eventually I did have the time, but I was shocked when I finally learned on the trail how inexpensive it was. For an entire month, you spend roughly about $1,000 because these routes are made for pilgrims. So you're spending €5 to €10 a night on a place to stay. Once in a while, it's even free. For €10, you get a massive 3-course meal, and it also includes a bottle of wine that you share with your table. So what I'd like to do, and why I ended up thinking I needed to create a blog for trekkers and walkers in general, is to kind of let people know that these things aren't so far out of your grasp. If you want to have one of these rich experiences where you're just on your feet and just, if you love nature and you just want to meet people and you've gone to the big city, you've checked off those iconic images from, that have been in the mass media for so long, and then you want to get out of that city, and I encourage you to get out of that city and get into the countryside and find a trail that's recommended by the tourism board, and stay in a pension, and stay in a B&B, or stay in an albergue, or stay in a hostel along the trail, and just meet the people. Because
are these places hard to find?
The places to stay?
Yeah, all these hostels and albergues and
no. Well, I find most of mine through Hostel World and Booking.com.
Okay.
And you'll find, I found in northern Czech Republic, I found these pensions in the top of restaurants and stuff like that. They're all online. You can find them fairly easily. But bring a tent just in case. If you, first of all, you can, if you want to have that camping experience, there's more than enough trails where you can camp along the way and actually not spend any money with a place to sleep for the night. But if you want to travel lightly without carrying your tent, if you want to travel without carrying all your food, there's so many options for that as well, where you can just pretty much carry your day bag and with a few changes of clothes and your toiletries. And then you're going to be stopping in a village for lunch. You're stopping in a village for dinner and a place to sleep every single day. And there's multiple places between those places to stop for coffee. So
this is actually different than the American mindset that you're in the middle of nowhere. Whereas in Europe, you're hiking places from village to village.
In America, you've got the mindset that you're going to be in the wilderness for a very long time. And yes, that is one way of doing a trek. And that is very American. But you've also got the Eastern European way of trekking, and there are villages, every few kilometers.
And this is good for listeners to keep in mind that actually you can travel without a tent in some parts of the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've got the overpopulated trails. I don't want to say overpopulated because it's just right. The Camino de Santiago, where you're never alone on the trail. You're always surrounded by someone is in eyesight. You're never alone, which gives some people a sense of security. Meanwhile, on the Slovenian mountain trail, you'll find yourself alone in the woods for hours or the entire day between mountain huts. And honestly, the stunning beauty, to have that all to yourself, and to never once feel in danger of anything, because you're on a very smooth trail, and it's not like nothing can happen to you, but you're in just as much danger walking through the mall, you know? And there's no reason to be terrified of being alone in this stunningly, stunningly beautiful place.